I'm Luca Netz, I'm the CEO of Pudgy Penguins, and this series is our journey, the raw, unfiltered story of ambition, creativity, and determination. 2 years ago, we made one of the biggest moves of our lives. We acquired Pudgy Penguins for $2.5 million. Since then, we've been on an incredible journey, turning Pudgy Penguins into not just a brand, but a beacon of what's possible in the Web3 space.
Every brand has a unique story waiting to be told. This is a journey about connection. We're here to inspire, to learn, and to build.
Our goal is to create a universe for not just the Pudgy community, but for the masses.
The space for NFTs is still open. Like, who's going to be the brand that resonates with everyone?
I and my penguin is me, and I and my penguin. And oh my god, I bought my penguin a few days later. Best damn thing I've ever done in my entire life. My penguin is the reason I'm here.
Just want to give a huge shout out to all of our GigaChat angels and investors, everyone who believed in us and believed in the Pudgy Penguin community. We will not let you down.
Our strategy. Holders are the lifeblood of our entire brand. We do not succeed, they do not succeed. For this reason, we've decided to reinvent the traditional IP business by turning our most passionate collectors and community members into active participants. So over the last couple of weeks, we've really been working on aligning the company's vision and plan for not only the next year in this interesting part of the cycle, but over the next couple. And so we've basically went on a 7-day sprint to just basically tackle a company deck from start to finish.
So you're not gonna bring up no problem statements?
So I was thinking about that. I think that is the huge root of confusion. These problem and solution slides, there's so many problems. That's the problem. We're solving so many things though. We're not solving one true problem.
There's a lot.
And if we're solving one true problem, it's crypto mass adoption, anything else.
Because I'm just trying to make sure that we're sticking with the story that we've been telling since day one. We're onboarding the masses to Web3, but we know why Web3 hasn't achieved mass adoption yet because of X, Y, and Z reasons. Every business needs to have a purpose to some degree, to some extent. Yes or no?
Correct.
Yeah.
So as we're going through the deck, it's important for us to really understand the fundamental purpose of what Pudgy Penguins is. Company's goal is to create a character brand that creates penguin-themed products, content, and experiences. And so we may have a whole new business model and a new approach to growing Pudgy Penguins, but ultimately we need to have one North Star to always keep us grounded and be our center of gravity.
Everything that we want to do from its core thesis is built around consumer-friendly applications that are actually built for the masses and not just using that as a keyword, but just implementing it into the underlying initiatives in which we're already kind of using.
This year for Pudgy is a big one. We knew the bull market was coming. We didn't know the bull market was coming as quickly as it did. And so very much this year, we have to activate and give the bull market playbook a shot, but it takes a lot of critical thought and a lot of interesting tech builds in the back end.
Yeah, so what's gonna happen, what you're gonna see here in a couple hours, is you will see us beta test Overpass IP, which is one of our core products we've been working a year on.
We were struggling with one main issue, which was how do we license our penguins directly from our holders and make them into physical products? Now, the current process for licensing anything in the Web3 space is quite archaic. You have to contact the person who owns that digital collectible. You have to get legal involved. You have to do negotiation. There are a lot of different parameters in place to make a licensing experience very successful. And so what Overpass does is it effectively strips of all of those unnecessary layers and allows us to streamline the experience into just one easy 3-step process. Submit your penguin, get selected, get paid. And that's essentially what Overpass is at its core.
We'll talk about finances later this week. We'll get our first budget report. I mean, we made good money this month, bro, but expenses are high.
As the president, I'm kind of the one who manages the budget for a lot of things. And so it's always a push and pull between Peter and I, which is good for the brand.
Is that like we think we don't spend money on marketing? We spent $1 million on marketing last year. So it's like to already spend, $100,000 this month, probably a little high. eBay expenses and things.
Huh?
Home Depot. Amazon.
eBay?
I think Luca made those buys.
Is that swept under my budget?
Yeah, it's product development.
What are we ordering from eBay, dude?
I don't know.
I don't know where all these expenses are coming from,
Brother.
but they're not from me.
So Lorenzo and I are sitting down, kind of going through budgets right now, and Luca is just out there spending money on eBay and buying whatever. And Lorenzo is just calling me saying, "Hey, why are we spending more money than we have to?" It's like, dude, not even spending money.
Hey brother, what's the eBay purchases? I didn't see nothing coming here from eBay.
Bunch of things coming from eBay.
What things?
Bunch of them. You're gonna see, brother.
What things, dude? Because they're getting added under my budget. This guy's telling me I'm out there balling out on eBay.
You're gonna see. Game-changing brother. You're not trusting my process?
Okay.
Come on.
Can you give me a heads up? Is it collectibles or something?
You're gonna see, brother. You're gonna be blown away. How smart I am.
Dude, it racked up like 6 G's.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
4.
It's 5 G's.
It was
bro.
including things that you also bought too.
Yeah.
But bro, that plays a huge role.
My one thing was $800. It's coming here.
Okay, so the rest of the stuff
It's
is
all you, brother. What are you spending $3 grand on eBay?
What you mean? The collectibles and all the other business
What's
stuff.
that? I don't see.
For some reason, Peter spends thousands of dollars on the company card on all these other things, and I spent a little bit of money on eBay for some figures that are for R&D purposes, and he very much is the one spending on the card. He thinks I'm the irresponsible one.
Our entire product is not toys, it is not gaming, it is not anything. It is story. That is the product of our company, and we don't have that.
So I think we have maybe a base layer to our story, but what I mean by story is maybe something a little bit more concrete.
We've established an emotional connection.
We have not.
Yes, we have.
The content we roll out.
No, it's not a good job, guys. Like,
does not
studying this shit full time, dude.
Telling a story on social media is a really complicated thing, right? It's not a place where we can tell a story with very long form content because social media is very much about short attention span, optimizing for higher clicks, optimizing for longest hold rate. And so the content that we've been producing up until now is very much riffing on internet culture, very viral, very relatable, very trendy.
But it's already happened. You asked me, we need story. I'm doing that. I've done that.
I'm trying to tell him that what he's asking for, we're already doing.
You're like a robot, dude. You're like, we need ammo.
You do.
I did give you ammo. I gave you Pudgy and Peaches.
Right, and that was good, and now we need more.
Well, more of what?
A real story. Instagram content that actually resonates, that people are excited about.
Is our content not resonating?
That they feel Pudgy and Peaches with.
Dude, are they not sharing and saying this is me? What do you want from me, dude?
More.
I think it's my job to probably just push the team in a direction that I think is really important.
You're losing the argument, just letting you know. You're just trying to push.
I just think that Lorenzo is not looking at it through the proper lens. I think he's looking at it as like a movie where it's just like you have a beginning, middle, and end, and that's it. That's your story. He knows who are the characters, he knows what happened, he knows what the plot is, but it's a little bit different. We're taking a very unconventional approach to building Pudgy Penguins.
I've already answered your question. I told you we have a story.
For us, we have to create a very deeper emotional connection with our consumers. Physical goods and products only take us a certain length of the business lifetime. So now we have 2 sub-stories that are helping drive the Pudgy Penguins brand forward. Eventually, we'll start completing that storyline in which the story is yet to be told.
It's heavy. Holy shit.
I told him we gotta knock the weight.
This is like a deadly weapon.
This is a deadly weapon.
We finally got what I would consider the best iteration of our Pudgy Penguins figurines. And so now we feel like we've got the right type of fit, the right type of size for the penguin. Unfortunately, they were heavy. It's a damn near weapon at this point.
This is insanely heavy.
That's
This is
what I'm saying.
pounds.
Yeah. That's at least 7 pounds in your hand. 7 pounds, dude. But we seem to have an underlying theme, which is an issue.
Right.
Which is they're all heavy. Even the Pudgy and Peaches, they're pretty heavy. Hey, and there's a story on the side too. You can read the story. Each one comes with their own story.
So part of tapping into people's emotional side of falling in love with something is taking something that is super 2D and digital and bringing it to a physical world environment. And so as of today, we're pretty much, doing everything from socials. We have a huge retail footprint. My job is, pretty much in the title. I do everything from creative, product, and experiences for Pudgy Penguins. And so I'm on a call today to basically go over some of my ideas, how we plan to expand the Pudgy Penguins universe, and the type of perspective that we're looking to bring in to help scale the Pudgy Penguins brand and the overarching narrative. And so now we're trying to graduate to the next kind of journey of Pudgy Penguins, which is trying to establish an emotional connection with the IP. One thing I've realized is that it's not always just one writer that can tell the story. It sometimes does require a few different perspectives to help tell the perfect story. All of last year, we were building up these pink and blue penguins on our social media. And the new hero penguins are blue and yellow. So going from pink to yellow is a huge jump. Once we made that switch, we had riots forming in the comments of people being like, bring pink and blue back. Our engagement caught substantially, and we were like, this is a huge disaster. And so we really realized after we had made the switch that people genuinely fell in love with those two characters. And so now we have 3 sub-brands, we have 3 backstories essentially that we want to start creating, all that contribute to our overarching lore. So we're not really thinking about traditional media right now. We're thinking about how to bring a traditional media approach to modern day distribution channels, which is Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. Part of growth is you need to have a very open mind and willing to consider that there are many different things that can help grow your brand's presence. And so the strategies that are in place now are very much positioned for scalability and growing our social presence. What will Pudgy Penguins look like a year from now? Are we going to flop and kind of top out at what we are now? Or are we going to horizontally scale all different sub-brands out under the Pudgy Penguins universe? And I think that is the next stage of Pudgy Penguins.